Hello, friends! If you've been here before, thanks for stopping by again. If this is your first time here, then welcome. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you can be notified of future videos. I am making this video on the first day of summer and the weather is definitely heating up here, so I want to spend as little time cooking as I can. This recipe is perfect for when you want something light and fresh, yet still substantial. The sauce for this dish can be prepared early in the day, and you can cover it and let it sit outside until you're ready for it. When you're ready to eat, all you need to do is cook your pasta, chop your basil, and cut your fresh mozzarella into small pieces. Toss everything together and you are done. The ingredients you'll need for this recipe are 1 pound of spaghetti, 1 pound of very ripe tomatoes, 1/3 to 1/2 cup extra virgin olive oil, 2 to 4 large cloves of garlic, 8 ounces of fresh mozzarella, 20 to 30 leaves of fresh basil, salt and pepper to taste, and grated Parmesan cheese. You want to start by grating your garlic into a very large serving bowl. I use a microplane grater to mince the garlic as finely as possible. The amount of garlic to use is up to your personal preference, but I find that 2 large cloves of garlic is the perfect amount for 1 pound of pasta. You'll want to use the best quality olive oil that you can find. I'm using a locally grown extra virgin olive oil that's not commercially available, so use the best quality olive oil that is available to you. Cover the garlic with anywhere from 1/3 of a cup of extra virgin olive oil up to 1/2 cup or more depending upon your taste. Salt the garlic and olive oil lightly. And optionally, I add 1 teaspoon of sambal, a chili garlic paste, but this is totally optional. Next comes the only remotely difficult thing about this dish, and that's the chopping of the tomatoes. Now you can probably get away with putting your tomatoes in a food processor and pulsing them a few times, but I find the results to be unappealing, so I always chop my tomatoes by hand. Yes, it's a labor of love, but I find the results to be well worth the extra effort. Add the chopped tomatoes to the garlic and olive oil and give everything a nice stir. Once everything has been stirred together, add salt and pepper to taste. At this point, you can cover the bowl with plastic wrap and just let it sit and the sauce can marinate until you're ready for it. This part of the sauce can be done early in the day, but don't add the fresh basil or the fresh mozzarella until just before you're ready to eat, because the basil will discolor and the mozzarella will lose its freshness if they're allowed to sit in the sauce too long. So don't add those 2 ingredients until you're ready to eat. The final major step in this dish is to cook your pasta. Bring a large pot of salted water to a boil and add your pasta. Stir the pasta well so that it doesn't stick together, and bring it back to a boil as quickly as possible. Cook the pasta according to the package directions or to your personal preference. While the pasta is cooking, finish the sauce. Remove the basil leaves from the basil stalk. Cut or tear the basil into small pieces and scatter over the tomatoes. Taste the sauce and adjust the taste for salt and pepper. Add plenty of Parmesan cheese. I like to add enough Parmesan cheese that the pasta looks like a forest that has been covered in snow, but you add as much cheese as you like. Stir everything together until it's well blended and everything is thoroughly incorporated, and then check one final time for salt and pepper. When the pasta is done, remove the pasta from the water and add to the bowl with your sauce. Toss everything together well, making sure that every strand of spaghetti is coated with the tomato and garlic infused olive oil. The hot pasta will bloom the garlic, the basil, and the tomatoes, and you will have the most amazing aroma that will fill your kitchen. As I watch this, I can almost smell the garlic and the basil. Let the pasta sit for a few minutes to rest while you chop your fresh mozzarella into small pieces. If you like, you can even allow the pasta to cool down to room temperature before serving. I like to serve this pasta when it has cooled off and is only slightly warm. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes to reach that point. Be careful not to add the fresh mozzarella to the hot pasta. The mozzarella will turn into little pieces of bubblegum if the pasta is too warm. Serve the spaghetti in a shallow bowl or plate, making sure to get plenty of the chopped tomato and basil, and add as many pieces of fresh mozzarella as you like. Optionally, you can garnish the bowl with an additional basil leaf, fresh ground pepper, freshly grated Parmesan cheese, and a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. Serve this along with a nice green salad and a crusty baguette, and you have an amazingly satisfying vegetarian meal for a warm day dinner. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you can be notified of future videos. Also give this video a like and leave me a comment. I always love hearing from all of you. Thank you for joining me today on Adventures in Food with Howard. Bye for now.